What's going on, guys? So I've been noticing a lot of comments recently asking about my settings, like controller settings, graphic settings, video settings, and whatnot. So I figured I'd go ahead and make this video to kind of cover all the settings in the Apex Legends. So I'm going to cut this video into 3 parts, and all 3 parts will be cut into chapters down below. So if you want to skip to certain sections, it's going to be gameplay, controller, and then video and audio for the last section. I'm not going to cover mouse and keyboard because I only really play controller. So we'll go ahead and hop right into this. So starting off with gameplay. Interact prompt style, I put this on compact. I'll show you what it does here real fast. See how it just says 30-30? If you put this on default, it pops up like this, and it kind of just like covers most of your screen. So I put this on compact, just like that. And now we'll go through here. Button hints, put this off. Crosshair damage feedback, X with shield icon. Damage numbers, stacking. Ping opacity, faded. Obituaries on. Minimap rotation. I'm probably like one of the only people in the world that has this on. Most people are gonna have this off. Up to you, personal preference there. Weapon cycle, put this on. You can put it on off. I put it on. Auto sprint, keep this on if you're on controller. If you're on mouse and key, maybe off. Controller, keep it on. Double tap sprint off. Jetpack control. If you're playing Valkyrie, you want this on hold. This only really applies to Valkyrie, so keep this on hold. Incoming damage feedback 3D. Taking damage, yeah, this one is very important. Keep this on off. Taking damage closes death box or crafting menu. You want this off. This is for like if you're in like a replicator or like in a death box. If you get shot, it won't take you out of that death box or replicator. So keep this on off. Hop up, pop up on. Streamer mode off. Anonymous mode disabled. Usage sharing enabled. Doesn't really matter. Off. Enabled. If you want to join a club, keep it enabled. If you don't get to join a club, disabled. Communication filter, everybody. Reticle, this is I'll show you mine. I like the kind of like the light green, neon green. I don't know, it gives me like Call of Duty MW2 vibes a little bit. This is the numbers I have it on down here: 24, 255, and 15. Laser sight is kind of the same. Keep it light green. There are the numbers. Alright, so colorblind mode. I personally keep this off. Sometimes I'll mess around and put it on Tritanopia, but I keep this off personally. Subtitles off. Subtitle size normal. Off, and off. Alright, so now let's hop into controller. So button layout, this is what I have it on. I'm not really sure why I switched these two. It's because I used to have like a D-pad issue back in the day, but now like I'm just used to it. So this is what I have. I have everything on default. But if you don't have paddles, I recommend putting on button puncher. And this allows you to use your right stick as a crouch button. So you can just press down on the right stick and you'll crouch, and then B's your melee. So if you don't have paddles, button puncher. Otherwise, if you have paddles, keep it on default. Alright, stick layout. Default, interact, reload speed, tap to use and reload. Crouch button. Definitely keep this on hold for like movement techniques, bunny hopping, or whatnot. So if you're not used to hold, just play with it for like 2 or 3 games and you'll get used to it pretty fast. Aim button, hold. Survival slot button. I keep this off, and you just have to open inventory and then click on it, and then you can use it like that. It's not that bad. Trigger dead zones, none. Menu cursor speed, I like it a little bit higher. Some people like it lower. Kind of personal preference there, so mess around with it. Alright, so now we're heading into the controller settings, and by this point, most everyone here has probably already heard of the 4-3 linear for controllers, and honestly, that is the best controller setting to run right now. I personally like the 4-4. I kind of like the faster ADS, but it's all personal preference, right? So I think if you're on controller, you should be running the linear response curve, and look dead zone of small. And then per optics, I have all mine on 4 down the board. Actually, I have these on 5. I don't know why they switched. So this is what I run for my per optic settings. It's 4, 4, 4 for the 1 through 4, and then 6 and up I put on 5. And I just like the 4, 4. Like this is right here, the 4, 3 linear that's like the go-to gold standard. All the pros run that. I know some people that run like a 4, 5. I know some people that run a 5, 5. I like the 4, 4. But I think if you're on a linear response curve, and just find a setting that works for you up here, like with the numbers, you'll be fine. So put on a linear response curve, try it out. I would test out the 4-3 to start off, and then kind of adjust from there. But that's what I would run. But if you're running ALCs, I haven't run ALCs in about, I want to say like 6 months now. But this is the ALCs I used to run. I'll just throw these up here real fast so you can look at them. I ran these for like maybe like 1.5 years, like straight. So try these out too if you want, but I highly recommend you have to try out like at least the 4-3 linear, 4-4 linear. Alright, so now we're going to hop over to the video and audio settings. And a lot of you guys been asking like, oh, what are your video settings? What are your graphic settings? So I'm finally going to show them to you guys here. So I'm just going to go ahead and run through the first part here real fast. And these are like the main settings I usually run. Alright, so display mode is full screen. Aspect ratio is native. Resolution 1920 by 1080. Brightness I put on 67. FOV 110. FOV scaling disabled. Sprint view shake minimal. VSync disabled. Nvidia reflex enabled plus boosted. Anti-aliasing none. Texture streaming budget medium. Texture filtering bilinear disabled. Basically everything here is on low. Put all of this on low. This is what I usually run it on, is everything on low. And then this is what it looks like in game. But here, sometimes what I do sometimes though, like if I'm playing just like pubs and like want to get some like nice looking gameplay, is I will turn this on. Volumetric lighting. And then you kind of, apply. And you get that little sun. I like the sun glare. I don't know. Like sometimes when I'm playing on Kings Canyon, just like a little sun over the mountain, it just looks nice. So sometimes I'll turn that on if I'm playing pubs or just want like, if I'm recording gameplay for you guys, you know. But most of the time I keep that disabled. And that's my video settings. And I know some of you guys, a lot of you guys are asking like, why does your game look so like saturated, so bright, like vibrant? If you have an Nvidia graphics card, you can turn on like Nvidia filters. So I'll go ahead and show you guys real fast what that looks like. So if you have an Nvidia graphics card, you just get the GeForce experience, and then you can have like this is the overlay tab. So you come over here to game filter, and this is what I have on. I have color, and these are my settings for it. Brightness and contrast, these are what I have on for it, the numbers. And then last one is sharpen, and I just take off the film grain and I just put the intensity around 38, and that's what it looks like. But then when I turn it off, you can see how it kind of just like not as vibrant, a little more dull. So I just like having it on personally. It probably does take away a little bit from like the FPS, but I just it looks so much better in my opinion, so I just always keep this on. And that's how my game usually looks, is like so vibrant, and that's what you guys have been asking about. So if you have an Nvidia's graphics card, definitely turn on those filters. And then we'll just go ahead and run through audio real fast. This is pretty like, honestly, just look at like, it's all personal preference here. This is what I have on, master volume 100. And yeah. Alright, so that's going to be it for this video. Now you guys are going to be able to hop into Apex with all the correct settings on and hopefully find the perfect controller settings for yourself. With that being said, if you guys found this video helpful in any way at all, please drop a like on the video. And if you're new around here, feel free to subscribe. I mainly post crypto content, like crypto rank content, just crypto gameplay. So if you're maybe like tired of the legends you're currently playing, definitely check out crypto, and my video should help you learn how to play them a little bit. But that's going to do it for this video, so hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day.